Hello and welcome everyone, one and all, to another edition of Dirt Sheet Radio Presents the AEW Dynamite Recap. I'm your boy Nick. You might know me as Neek. And hey, read that. Arbiter definitely deserved more in Halo 5. But hey, enough of my Halo propaganda. We need to get right into AEW Dynamite. Before we do, meet some of my friends.
How's it going, guys? I'm Caesar, joining Nick as always on this beautiful Wednesday evening, talking some AEW Dynamites and the Gold League and some of the Blue League tonight, actually. Next up...
Hey.
No,
Hey, what's going on? It's Richard, a.k.a. Vaping with Twisted 420, and I am ready to discuss all things AEW.
All things elite.
How's it going, everybody? Gary Joe, as a lot of my followers on my socials like to call me, the all-elite bearded genius, but that was a once time ago. Now it's the all-elite bearded Gary Joe, exclusively on DSR. Follow this page now. If you don't, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
Come on.
Exclusive.
Get it together.
Hey, welcome.
Whoa. We got international appeal.
International flavor. Let's go. All right,
South
boys.
Sudan in the house.
Exactly. Welcome to South Sudan. Yes, Caesar.
Yeah, I got to say this really funny thing because I forgot to say this beforehand. Have you ever seen that movie Step Brothers?
Absolutely.
You know that part where he's like, prestige worldwide. You need like that microphone going off when you're introducing people. Like, here's an expert. Like, I'm sorry, I had to say that before we got into the segment, but let's get into it.
That is so random, dude. But that was hilarious.
It's true though.
All right. Listen, here we go. Winter is coming. Winter has come. Let's look at Jon Moxley versus Swerve. This was the match of matches. They had 9 points apiece going into it. And Moxley, dare I say, and this is crazy to say about a Moxley match, but Moxley getting the upset here.
Oh yeah, big time.
I still wish Gary was right about this. I thought they were gonna go straight to a
Keith.
Oh,
I mean, Mox has kissed, what was his name, Effie in GCW, so
he did.
It's normal.
Hey, you gotta kiss the homies goodnight, right?
Yeah, I think they messed up though. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think Moxley needed it.
No.
You know what I mean? And Swerve is red hot right now, so why not? I don't know.
That should have been a time limit draw. Yeah. It felt like they could have easily done the draw, had a small brawl breakout, and be like, oh my god, we gotta continue next week and figure this out or something like that, because it's such a ripoff.
Yeah, that's why I said in the chat, like, they should have ended that in a no contest, because you want to protect Swerve, you want to make John still look like John. Like, I didn't want neither of these two to lose, to be honest with you.
No, you're not wrong.
So, am I happy with the decision? Yes and no. Yes, because again, great for John. No for Swerve. I'm curious to see what they're going to do now, because I do agree with you guys. Like, the Rocket is on.
The man's shoulder was not on the fucking mat. Like, beyond all the other shit, his shoulder was not on the mat when he got bit.
That's true. Look at this right here. Here's the proof.
It wasn't even like a question about it. Like, I don't even think any of his shoulders were on the mat. Wait a fucking minute.
You could rent space underneath his shoulder. You could rent a house under that shoulder. Damn.
I don't know. I feel like that's an angle, because
honestly, neither shoulder's on the ground.
He's so got his shoulders up that it doesn't even look like a botch. It looks like that is too.
Yeah, it looks pretty purposeful. Yeah.
Alternatives right there, dude.
Because I think in the finals, it could, not the finals, but the league finals, you get just the two people with the most points. So it doesn't matter. Like, it will be a rematch no matter what, right?
Exactly.
So I think this is the match that we'll see in the Gold League.
Are they swerving us?
Get out.
Dirt Sheet Radio does not condone the views or puns of its.
That's the one thing we'll ever apologize for.
I saw the opportunity and I took it. Yeah, I had to.
No, but okay, so if we're taking that route, like he was saying, I've written the points down in my Game Boy. So Mox has got 12, Swerve's got 9, and White's got 9. So wouldn't that mean that Swerve and White have to do like a tiebreaker, I guess, because they're both tied for second place.
Yeah, Andrade's got 9 as well on the others.
Oh, that's blue. I'm talking about gold right now because he said that the people that tie go against each other, get the top spot, but it goes Mox is first, and then we got a tie for second place. So do we do the angle of a second versus second, or do I heard them mentioning tiebreakers?
The tournament's not over yet, so
I know
the tiebreaker thing was just a what if. Like if we end up in a place where people have points because it's happened in the G1, and that's just a thing that can happen. No, what I was saying was that the league finals will be the 2 wrestlers who have the most points in the block, so they would have wrestled each other anyway already. It's guaranteed to be a rematch of a match that happened, and this seemed like the match that most set up a rematch down the line. I think they even left a lot on the table.
Oh, the shoulder up.
Oh, absolutely. Got to have that must-win guarantee. And Bleacher Report said this about the match, and I agree 100%. You got Moxley, who's the measuring stick of AEW, taking on, honestly, the hottest guy in the whole company in Swerve. So,
dude,
absolutely.
All the chops from tonight, my chest actually still kind of hurts.
Oh, even outside of just Roosh.
Jeez. Oh, man, that sucks for Roosh, by the way. It sucks that he's eliminated. Oh, man.
But still, like, all the chops and... Oh,
Roosh is a badass, though. He really is.
He got so much love in Texas.
Oh, he got so much, yeah. Wait, let's I guess it's got to the start of the show, shouldn't we, hey, guys?
Head to the top. Let's go.
Woo!
Winter is coming, and so is Samoa Joe.
Oh, man.
Joe's
promo. Damn, he's good on the mic.
Joe just shows up, and that's a segment.
Big Joey Samoa.
I just think adding Hangman and Samoa Joe to this Devil storyline with Adam Cole gone and with it basically being in limbo all this time, because we're watching it we're like watching it walk in motion. Like this whole Devil thing is not moving anywhere because Adam Cole wasn't here. So adding Samoa Joe and Hangman to this really felt like a breath of fresh air, and I kind of can't wait to see what else comes from it, especially considering the cliffhanger post-credit scene tonight after the match finished on Dynamite.
Yeah. You knew there was going to be one on a big show like this too.
Man.
Hangman getting his ass beat by the Devil's people, the Devil's henchmen, the Devil and his baby boys. I don't know what to call them.
With their branding, the marketing department.
Schiavone called them goons.
Tony Schiavone,
the Goonies, yes.
Just seeing Joe and Hangman in the ring together like that felt like big time. That felt like something we haven't seen, and I realized like I haven't seen this match, and I want this match.
Revolution.
The one-on-one for sure, but it kind of seems like we're setting up for Hangman getting involved with MJF in the world title, and now getting involved with Joe, and it still feels like that multi-man match everybody thought was going to happen at World's End is somewhere down the line. Like it still feels like they're building towards some multi-man world championship at some point.
Yeah.
Ooh, triple threat?
No, I don't know. No, it's gotta be more than 3 people because you got Wardlow, you got Joe, you got Hangman, you got MJF, whoever the Devil is. It's a lot. It's like 6 people getting after MJF right now, and then fighting with each other.
There's always more. You also had, Briscoe. You had Omega. There's just a consistent revolving door of different people. Can we appreciate, too, the disappointment of the night, at least for me, which was when good old Roddy, Neck Strong, came out. We did not have him going, Adam, to Adam Page.
Oh, God.
It would have worked. You're right.
Samoa!
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Mysterious voice.
He yelled at everyone.
Thank you.
No, the best one was it like last week when he yelled at Renee?
Young boy.
Oh,
that was last week, wasn't it? He yelled at Renee from like 2 feet away.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Or especially when he's like just cross map. Dasha!
I got to say, too, Roddy is consistently getting more over by the week.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, look at this match, too. You had so many people that were actively cheering for Roddy and not the Hangman.
Yep.
So I will say, guys, like when you go to the, an upcoming Dynamite, if you do, I can tell you now, everybody's behind Roddy with that Adam chant more than the typical woos that you hear at a wrestling show because that's such a very odd thing to do when you're in attendance for a wrestling show. But when you're at the AEW show that I was at a couple weeks ago, all I heard was Adam every damn time.
Oh, yeah.
Richard, it's safe to say the dude is definitely over.
Oh yeah. You know what's crazy? For the last 3 years in a row, the wife and I have been at every Winter is Coming because it's always at Garland. We both usually take a couple days off work. And then it was weird watching Winter is Coming from home because it's in Arlington, which is further away. But needless to say, this Saturday, Collision, your boy will be in the house. And I can't wait. Brody King versus Bryan Danielson. I get to see that live. I can't wait.
Should be a fun one.
That's awesome.
The wife and I are gonna go. We're gonna have a good time.
We just talked about Brody King. Let's get into that now.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Blue League getting over here into Dynamite.
That was that chop battle they had for a good minute or so.
You can see is that blood? You can see right there on his shoulder.
I think it is.
Yeah,
bro. Brutal
of the skin. These guys beat the crap out of each other, and I loved every second of it.
Awesome.
I'm just thinking about it. That just hurts me even, and I'm sick.
You gotta stop moaning, dude. Jesus, this is a different kind of podcast.
MMA, Dirty Radio.
God, he really loves AEW. This guy.
What's it called? Gonna do voiceovers for a crappy video game.
Before y'all moved on to the Andrade match, I did want to talk about how beyond just the world title thing, they do seem to be setting Hangman back up in a prominent position in the company, and I'm really fucking happy about that. I love Hangman
He's
so
a great
much.
Wrestler.
And I think he always steps up. Like every single time they put him in the position, he always shows out and he always gives what they need him to give. And I just feel I love to see that rewarded again because, like I've said before, I hate what happened back in May of 2022 with him in the world title and then him falling off the fucking face of the earth. So I'm really glad to see Hangman back. I'm really happy about this shit. But yeah, that Andrade Brody King match. Brody King, the MVP of this tournament, or what the fuck? Holy shit.
He's so good.
It's still the dark horse
MVP.
You got the obvious people. You got Brian who delivers every time. You got everybody you think is gonna deliver every time, delivers every time. But Brody King, and even though he's a good wrestler, it's he's just delivering. Him and Mark Briscoe are two that are just fucking giving what they need to give in this Continental Classic.
Oh yeah. You know what I just thought about? I just had an epiphany, and I know we probably discussed it before. I'm pissed off Takeshita wasn't in this thing.
Oh yeah. He's doing nothing.
Dude, I've been saying
so good.
No one in that whole stable is in this tournament.
I think Takeshita should be the guy that can take the international title off of Orange.
There was a rumor he was hurt.
Perfect. That'd be perfect.
There was a rumor out there that he was hurt and he had worked a tag match on Rampage and he didn't really do much and he hasn't done much in the time since he was last on. What was it? The Street Fight, right?
Yeah. Anytime he is on, it's been just tag team action and usually it's just Hobbs getting the most of the offense in.
But I mean, looking at the way they booked this tournament, where would you have stuck him? Who would you have replaced and then put him in that spot?
He'd have to jump at some point. He'd have to jump.
No, yeah. Okay, so you remove Jay Lethal and you put Takeshita in Jay Lethal's spot? That's not a good. Yeah. I'm saying consider what has been done up to now. So if you would have put him in Jay.
Oh, well,
we lost him. AEW took him.
We lost the hopes for Takeshita in this tournament. No, but if you put Takeshita in the Jay Lethal spot, he loses every match. You put him in the Mark Briscoe spot.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant just replace one of the weak.
Yeah, but no, because you got to consider the way things work, right? You put Takeshita in the tournament, people have to get pinned, people have to lose. I suspect that's why Miro isn't in the tournament at all because people have to lose.
Yeah,
he's funny about that shit.
Yeah, he don't like that. That doesn't work for him, brother.
Yeah, so. Takeshita, even though he's not on TV, he's not on TV at all, I suspect he's got to be hurt or something.
Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah,
especially with the ongoing great, victories that he's had over Kenny as well. Being one up on the guy. He had this really hot tear, and so I don't know.
That's good.
All right, gentlemen, can we talk about something else that was really cool? We had the return of the Von Erichs.
Oh,
that was awesome.
That was awesome.
That was
Renee, as Renee says, some of the Von Erichs. I have some of the Von Erichs with me. And where are the rest, Renee? What happened to the rest, Renee?
Yeah, Renee, where's Lacey?
Oh, God. Nick, don't do that. We're trying to move past that. We got this whole run-up to the Von Erichs movie.
He won't let it go.
You bring up one of the most horrible tragedies in the Von Erich history, Lacey Von Erich's TNA run.
You're right, everyone. I do apologize on behalf of Dirt Sheet Radio.
Canceled.
Oh shit!
No, but look, this is so cool. We were able to finally have the Von Erichs on TV yet again, and Kevin being on TV for another major promotion.
Very cool.
Like every promotion's been featuring him, and then on top of that, you had Orange Cassidy walking up with Mr. Danhausen, and you also had Trenty B, and
in the background.
Exactly. They didn't want to be replaced, but look, like Orange Cassidy is assembling the Avengers. He's got the dream team ready to go.
He kind of abandoned his friends, and he made the best friends are still there, but he built a new super best friends. He has Shibata and fucking Hook. And
he had Okada.
Von Erich.
Okada.
He's
the Von Erich
pretty soon.
Hook.
Hook again.
Hookhausen.
He'll recruit Tony Schiavone out of the Blues probably pretty soon. There's somebody like that.
I do kind of hate that they went through all that with Orange Cassidy's title win and overcoming John Moxley, and then he was like, "All right, back to my shenanigans. I'm out of here." Fuck, I thought we were gonna do more.
The question though is the Von Erich still in the MLW, or are they no longer doing their?
I think they're out of contract. Pretty sure.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah,
free agents.
Yeah. Woo!
Damn.
It's gonna be on Rampage at least.
But I wonder if this. I wonder why they didn't get signed. I remember on the Dirt Sheet Radio, the main podcast, I had questioned. I thought in the lead into this movie, AEW would finally sign them so they could feature them on TV, and then they didn't. But they tried to feature them anyway, so they can just forget about them afterwards. So I kind of wonder what it is about these boys that they're just not interested in. What the fuck? I haven't seen them wrestle enough though. I didn't watch enough MLW. Maybe you guys have seen.
They're really good.
Solid.
Yeah,
they're phenomenal. Yeah,
they're really good.
These guys.
I know.
Well, the problem was they still lived in Hawaii.
That's the thing.
I did
what
hear
a lot
that.
of promoters even Cornette mentioned that one of the issues with them getting booked anywhere was the fact that unless they go by boat or by plane. And a lot of independent promoters aren't going to want to, fly them out somewhere. They can't really afford that. And especially you want to fly out Von Erichs of all teams, right? So that's
supposedly they're all moving back to the U.S., back to Texas.
But it's I don't think the AEW has that problem. AEW doesn't have that problem at all. When you say things like they live in Hawaii, that's not a problem for AEW. That's a problem for fucking Joe the plumber's fucking indie promotion. That's not Tony Khan's fucking problem.
Much love, Joe
they live in Hawaii. I'll send my fucking jet. What the fuck?
Oh, exactly.
No, I mean,
counterpoint though, if you're just chilling in Hawaii making tons of money off of your family name, why not?
I guess I feel like I guess if you had better judgment, you'd be like, man, this is gonna run out. I gotta get on TV. So I don't think it's their decision. I really don't imagine they're like, nah, I don't need to get on TV. Look at that. This is sweet. But it'll be interesting to see what they do on Rampage.
Absolutely. Teaming up with little Orange. Yeah, Caesar.
No, it'll be interesting. That's for damn sure. I was just agreeing with you guys on that one, seeing it as on Rampage.
I didn't even.
Did they say who they're going to go up against?
No. Or no, they did.
Kip Sabian, Butcher Blade.
Yeah, I was gonna say they did say. I was just gonna say regular jobbers like Richard said, but it's fucking Kip Sabian, Butcher and Blade. who are not just regular jobbers, but
Jobbers to the stars.
still jobbers.
Probably that just somebody that wants to get a simple payday. So, which I'm kind of curious to see if they actually will continue this trend with the Von Erichs. I thought maybe it's just because they were promoting the Iron Claw movie because that is going to Max. Is that right, John?
It is going to go to Max. All A24 films from the past and the ones that are coming out in theaters in the future will be going to Max at some point.
Awesome.
But you don't know what the window is. Like, it comes out now, it could go on to Max in July. So like you don't. You should probably still go see it in theaters if you can. You know,
I do actually. I prefer it in the theater. I mean, I'm an old school guy. I mean, I'd rather watch it there instead of on my TV.
I just like.
Yeah,
it depends on it. For me, it's a real big because I have a very nice TV. And sometimes it's like
it does make a difference. Honestly,
like to get some use out of it. Yeah,
not just get some use out of it, but sometimes if it's not IMAX, like if IMAX, I feel like is the most exclusive theater screening because you can't bring that IMAX experience home. You can get close, but you can't bring it home.
Plus, too, when you want to like get snack up and whatnot, that's going to be expensive.
I am desperately trying to avoid talking about this.
See, that's what I was going to bring up. We go from like one promo.
We can pass over this if we want.
It never happened.
Like, the Von Erichs deserve so much more time. I even said this in our group chat, and these guys got way too much time.
I'm just saying.
That was bad, bro. And I wouldn't say it was Ricky or Big Bill's fault either.
Or even Billy Starks.
This whole thing fell apart. I don't know what the fuck this was. It was horrible.
Jericho, bro.
That's
bad.
Shout out to Rayon 74.
Kenny didn't want anything to do with this. I wonder what the fuck happened backstage before this. It feels like there was some kind of disagreement or something creatively.
Bro, I don't want to go out there, bro.
Like, I don't want to do this shit. Like, who the fuck thought it was a good idea to put Kenny fucking Omega in this?
He's not a promo, man.
In this sports entertainment promo back and forth. What the fuck does Kenny Omega know about this kind of shit? Kenny will give you his best promo in a backstage pre-tape where he can be given a subject and talk about it for 3 minutes. This fucking back and forth shit is not Kenny Omega. But then here's the thing that got me about this promo. Kenny wasn't even the worst part of it. It was fucking Jericho.
It was Jericho.
Who knows
and he's
better?
capable of so much better.
He's the WWE guy. Like, I'm just saying.
We've heard good promos over the years from him. How did this go so wrong?
I was afraid he was going to
insult them.
In the Ricky Starks documentary, he'll point to this segment and he'll say, and that was when I knew I wanted to go to WWE.
20 years on a podcast, he'll be telling that story with Conrad's son or something.
Double
Conrad in a wheelchair. He speaks through computer.
Yeah, man, it was just one time back.
That shit sucked.
I can't remember. I can't remember what year it was.
There was a good Enzo Amore line.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
that kind of helps save Jericho a little bit in here, but you can tell he was just trying to think of something.
They're drowning out there, bro.
Exactly. So at least Jericho was able to kind of do something.
They're like, fuck.
Do you think that the joke would have landed better if they did a better job featuring Billy Starks the last couple months?
I don't even think. I think it would have landed worse. Because then they would have known who Billy Starks was, and they would have questioned it even more. Because I know who Billy Starks is, and the shit didn't land with me.
Anybody.
So bad.
I love the idea that Jericho finds true comedy in just a giant version of Billy Starks.
They're stacked together.
This is prime.
He's looking around like, come on, everybody, what the fuck? You don't think this is funny?
That wasn't good?
This is hilarious. Billy Starks. She's big because she's small, you know. Fuck everybody.
Yeah, you guys know Billy Starks. The 18-year-old we never featured.
It was real.
I'm going to promote ROH Final Battle with Jericho just cutting a skit.
I could go to that Friday night, but I don't know.
That card is fucking stick.
I know
the thing, like
crazy.
The ROH show is the pay-per-views are like what I used to call them, like fucking NXT TakeOver used to be before people watched the weekly show. You just watched the pay-per-view and you were like, man, that shit was great. And then you just went back to your life. And because I'm sorry.
That's so bad.
Because that fucking, if I lived in the area, I would go just to see the 6-man. That's
what I'm kind of thinking. Yeah.
Brian, Claudio, and John Moxley teaming up as a trios for the first time ever. And in a fight without honor, that's probably gonna be like 25 fucking minutes long.
I like the way they set it up. I was at the last final battle, and it's a lot more intimate. You know what I mean? The ROH pay-per-view. It's a better setup. It's a lot of fun.
I think
everybody gets a good shot.
I think you'd have a really good time. Honestly, I fucking wish I could go because it's so cheap too. Like, what the fuck? It's a small thing.
Next to nothing.
Richard's like, I'm gonna go now.
All right, it's time to go, Richard.
He's on his phone.
I am heavily thinking about it.
If you are watching this and think Richard should go to Ring of Honor, make sure to let us know in the comments.
Drop it in the comments everywhere. Drop it in the comments.
Take a look at the ticket prices.
Hashtag
it's like $6.
They're like, bro, just come. We'll let you in. Just come.
Admittedly, they did move like 1,000 more tickets after that 6-man match announcement. Because of course you fucking did.
His wife walks in and tells him, "I bought the tickets already."
Because this was the next segment, right? Am I missing something?
No, this was it. Yeah.
Because I had to run outside, so I actually
we had the pain.
I missed Rio.
Ooh. You missed Rio.
I heard
you missed Rio.
I heard Tony Storm did a great job on commentary though. What was up with that?
She's just been doing a fantastic job, and she made the classic reference that is calling Taz the Tasmaniac.
That was awesome. She was great on commentary.
That got a pop for me.
He was flattered so bad about that.
Someone remembers that.
I did see she did a bit where she didn't recognize Ruby Soho because her hair wasn't green anymore.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, I remember that.
Distracted by her true love, Cool Hand not being there.
Well, these tickets are bad.
So I'm looking at something here, and you mentioned the tiebreaker in the Continental Classic, and it looks like if Jay White beats Jon Moxley and Swerve beats Roosh, all three of them would have 12 points, and the bracket would end in a 3-way tie.
That's the plan, isn't it?
Interesting.
Three-way,
maybe big triple threat.
With the three biggest guys in the block.
3-way dance.
And that's sick. That's a sick fucking match because you just don't know who wins that. Like
who takes
any of those guys can win that. And who gets pinned?
Who does?
Oh shit.
Exactly. Dan says it.
Yeah.
You gotta go now, Rich.
Dan. Come on, Richard.
He's already bought the tickets. He's just trolling us right now.
You can
I'm
tell
looking at some, just checking out some stuff.
Use the company card.
No, Nick, you just see him. I'm gonna look at the tickets guys in the background. He's like,
just like,
oh, they're sold out, guys. Sorry, I can't go.
It ain't happening.
Mox, Swerve, and Jay White. Wow, imagine that match. Though.
I'm fucking down.
But
man.
No, but John's got a point. Who does take the pin though on that?
No, that was Nick's point. I don't want to.
Nick, sorry, but who takes the pin in that match if they do that? Is the real question.
John.
Holy crap.
Just saying, John. I mean,
that was
it makes sense. I mean, it does make sense to me.
I don't think you should let Swerve or even Jay White take the pinfall because, yeah, like this tournament just shows Jay White is not buried like everybody thought he was, you know? So, yeah, and then John just has, you know, he's just John doing his, like I keep saying, he's just doing his thing and just keeping him still the main guy. I mean, I feel he is really the heart and soul of this company, so.
Death Jitsu.
Exactly. Oh, sure.
Yeah, fuck the hard cam. I want to get that hoodie so bad.
Throw that water bottle as far as I can.
So Roosh defeated Jay Lethal, but he is still mathematically eliminated because Jay White pinned Mark Briscoe. And Roosh will never be able to catch up to him no matter what. Unfortunately, but it was a great showing for him in the tournament. Everybody thinks Roosh is awesome. People can't wait to see more of him. I always want to see more of Roosh.
I don't think it hurt him.
I don't think it hurt him at all.
No.
He looked good in the tournament, if I could be honest.
Oh, dude. He looks really good in the tournament. Well, I got a question for you guys, actually.
Yes.
I was talking about this in the chat, and I noticed when Jay was going up the ramp, Jay Lethal, instead of following the rest of the crew, he kind of like swatted them away, and he went the other way. And I was thinking, could that be a hint at something in the near future?
Heel tunnel, babyface tunnel action.
Get away from Jared and company. This is the Jeff. This is the Jay Lethal I've always wanted.
Get away from Karen.
Jeff Karen. She's the Karen for sure.
I don't know that is because it's not like I see them pushing Jay Lethal. Like Jay Lethal's not getting some push right now out of this thing. So like what are we even doing? What's the point of removing this guaranteed heel fall guy faction just to turn Jay Lethal face for like a mini thing that doesn't matter? So it would have to be
the face fall guy.
Yeah, like now he's a baby face. We need a jobber. We need a baby face jobber. Let's flip Jay Lethal. I guess.
I mean, that's the unfortunate truth here, though, is because he's that veteran that they brought in for this reason, to be able to be the guy who helps put over their next generation, their next crop of guys.
I think he's a good fall guy. I think he's because he still has some credibility just being Jay Lethal.
What if this leads to a babyface Black Machismo undefeated run?
He's got a point.
Sock
puppet.
I think you would want I think AEW's gone in such a good direction these past few weeks with the Continental Classic that I would almost hate to see that kind of thing like take up a slot.
Maybe in the new year.
Well, yeah, not yet. No, at next year sometime. Not anytime soon.
It would definitely get the nostalgia pop. That's for sure.
I mean, everybody
feel
does want to. Go ahead, Joe.
No, beyond that one Chris Jericho segment, I feel like this was another great episode of Dynamite wrestling wise. You just had great fucking wrestling, and AEW getting back to just 66% of the episode being great wrestling is like such a. I lost my goddamn microphone again.
So excited.
The devil keeps cutting you off.
For this damn show, I ripped my own mic out of my mouth. This what the fuck was I even talking about? Oh yeah, AEW suck now. It's good. It's really good. I'm almost worried for when this tournament is over because I'm like, how do we fill this? How do we make sure these slots keep staying full with good wrestling?
Who knows? Maybe next year things will be going a whole new direction.
I hope not. There's a lot of funny rumors out there. I'd rather not talk about.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I will talk about them though tonight on the Dirt Sheet Radio podcast, where we talk about news.
Tune in tomorrow morning for the Dirt Sheet Radio podcast. We're going to discuss those rumors in detail.
That's right. I might whip it out. No, I'm kidding. I might.
Whoa!
That's
this has been the show. See ya.
John Flair over here.
I will ask permission first. I'm not Rick Flair.
You'll get consent. Very nice. Very nice.
Speaking of which, did they promote Woo Energy at all tonight?
They did. They did. It came on the screen for the back half of the show. And the first half of the show, it had the Winter's Coming graphics, and then the back half of the show, it had Woo Energy.
Because I don't remember seeing any of that.
Wings!
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Whoa!
If they had just aired that instead of
that would have been better than the entire promo.
That would have been great. Top notch. Yeah, give him the title.
Can we appreciate to Omega calling them the Winnipeg Jets?
Yeah, he's good. No. This fucking whole Chris Jericho attaching himself to Kenny Omega's story with Don Callis has been a giant dud. I'm usually trying to. I've tried to defend the things Jericho does. I can't defend this because it sucked the whole life out of a thing I enjoyed so much.
And Jericho's capable of so much better.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the worst thing. Somebody help him. He needs to hire. Right? I don't know.
I mean, if I could be totally honest, I feel Jericho is, I think we all can agree, is way, way like mountain high of friggin' excitement when he's a heel. Like, he's just so damn good when he's that persona, because he can connect every single promo. And then you see him take a step back, you know, being a babyface, and then, just, it doesn't really flow.
Look at year one of the whole company. You know, that's what helped seal the deal for a lot of different things was Jericho's heel run there.
Yeah, true, exactly.
True.
Yeah, I just feel like he's left to his own devices a lot, and it's not always good now. Like,
No.
he's a little old, and you know, people get old, and their minds, you know, they aren't as sharp as they used to be, and we come up with things like the mimosa, whatever
Mimosa
the fuck, mayhem match and shit like that.
Dude's out of control.
It's a little bit of that, and I'm kind of really sad about it.
Thanks for joining us. You're one here. Just do whatever you want.
Yeah, from now on, have
your
your
paycheck. Yeah, it's Burger King.
Right now, we talked about
lettuce.
We talked about Jay White defeating Mark Briscoe and how that eliminated Roosh. Good match again. Another fucking Continental Classic match. Classic shit. And I think that was everything on tonight, due to the Continental Classic matches taking up most of the time. We can run right through
until the final 2 minutes of the show.
That's right. As soon as Moxley cheated to beat Swerve, the fucking the show cut to a post-credit scene of Hangman. Like, it happened so close to the end that I didn't even get a screenshot of it. So Hangman gets beat up by the Devils, and the one Devil is actually there now. I'm just he
looked like a much bigger physical build than Adam Cole.
Oh yeah,
he did look massive. What the fuck was that about?
Those were broad shoulders.
Shoulders, yeah.
Like that felt like the MJF Devil.
Yeah, I was gonna say he actually looked like MJF.
Dun dun dun.
But I did think this time they leaned into Twitter's, because Twitter there's basically almost a joke where every time the Devils attack somebody they break glass, and Twitter was like, that means that it's Jack Perry real glass, CM Punk reference. And this time I feel like they leaned.
I was about to say, Richard.
They leaned all the way into it because it was a fucking glass windshield. It's the thing that started the whole thing.
You just described a river.
So,
yeah.
I got
so
one
I
thing
do
to
wonder.
Say. In the segment, they did like a wide shot of the henchmen. We'll call them in easy terms, and it looked like they had all the henchmen at like the same height. Or is that just me? Or are they doing like, you know, the interviewer tricks where some people crouch lower? What do you guys think?
One of those dudes, the reason I thought legitimately just maybe he was helping behind the scenes with stuff. One of the dudes' build reminded me of Cesaro.
Or I remember you mentioned
Claudio.
That.
Yeah, why do I keep saying Cesaro?
Who's Cesaro?
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I'm not sure.
Cesario.
Gimmick a fragment.
Yeah. But yeah, no, his the one guy that when Hangman took over and was kicking everybody's ass, the one guy that came back and started taking over, he looked the build. Like I said, he could have just been helping out, but
and then there's so many questions I want to ask about this whole
like
angle.
Three of these guys had really big physical builds as well.
Yeah.
One of
I
them was
think
like a little on the smaller side. Yeah,
They switched them out this week. People have caught on to the Roderick Strong and the Kingdom under the mask like really bad. One of those pictures exposed it really bad, and it was like, "There's nobody else that could be under there. Like that's clearly Roderick Strong's face." So I think
he's got a very specific build too.
I feel like
Yeah,
this week they switched it out, and I don't know if that means that they switched out who it's supposed to be under the mask, or if they just wanted to help build suspension.
Okay, so we mentioned earlier that they kind of leaned into the Twitterverse, and I felt like at the very beginning Samoa Joe was doing that a little bit too, where he kept trying to say like, "Oh, he knows a cowboy that drinks beer," and I kept thinking he was going to lean into that rumor of it being James Storm.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah.
I don't even think I heard that one.
So
No, I
just like,
remember hearing that.
Yeah,
That-
James Storm
he knows what
tweeted
he's
about
doing.
it too. Yeah.
That's
But I
awesome.
mean, shit, that's our episode of Dynamite. If we have Jobber of the Night, now would be our time.
You know who it is. Well, it could be two people.
yeah.
I don't.
You already know. You already know who those two are, guys. Come on, we don't have to do this.
The Winnipeg Jets.
Well, yeah.
Just shooting from the hip over here.
Is it Jay Lethal or is it
No, it's this segment. You gotta love Kenny's moves in the corner.
Please, AEW, do Kenny versus Nana.
And Garcia and Hardy. All four of them.
I mean, do we have anybody else, or are we all in agreement?
It's
Maybe everybody
Really
involved tonight.
Everyone.
I've got somebody
This
a
segment
little
can-
different, and it sucks saying it, but I had to say Ruby. I mean, she
Oh,
keeps jobbing
yeah.
out every single week.
she does nothing
Yeah.
but job. That's another one. She's talented,
Yeah.
but she's a
And she
jobber.
doesn't even have her Rancid theme anymore.
I
Complete
know
jobber.
they should give it back to her. She's not even with the same. Like, I guess she's still cool with Soraya, but
What happened to the
What was she
Angelo
saying?
Parker thing? She's just not.
Yeah, he wasn't even
yeah,
there.
are they? What is he? Yeah,
They did
They
address it
break
on
up
his last match that he should have won.
Did they break up already? Like, what's going on?
Them boys were over in Canada too last week.
Oh,
Well, they are
exactly.
Canadian as fuck.
They should have won that
Canadian as
match. Like, give them
Same
something.
as fuck. Yeah.
Megastar tonight,
Megastar.
folks.
Oh,
The Winnipeg Jets.
No.
you read our mind, okay? You read our mind.
That's all everyone's talking about. Thank you, John. Thank you.
Son of a bitch.
I was
That's
so
gonna be
hoping
like-
you'd do that again.
That's the
I've
meme
never
of the year right there.
How are both? The one segment became Jobber and Megastar of the night.
That's the first of the year, boys and girls.
Megastar of the night.
Mwah.
The pro wrestling LGBTQ community who got a
LBG.
huge win.
Caesar, did you call it the Bloody Jets?
No,
The Bloody Lovers, that's it.
Yeah,
The
that's what I
what?
called it. Because
That's disgusting. I don't know what you're talking about.
Effie.
That is
No, because-
nasty. Bloody lovers. That
Shout out
sounds
to
like
Anthony
something you
Bowens.
have to get tricked into doing.
Well,
I
they
didn't
both-
know she was. Damn.
Oh no, John, no. We were
Damn.
No.
Stop it! Stop it!
do we have a megastar of the night?
Yes, I have one.
There's so many good
Is that-
matches.
I'm going to throw
Yeah.
one out there just because that match was brutal and
Oh, you
chaotic,
care?
and I loved it. I'm going with Andrade.
Yeah. Real
Okay, yeah.
Latino man.
Yeah.
Real.
Let's go. I'm there. I'm
Represent,
down.
represent
I
the Blue League on
would
Dynamite.
agree.
Oh,
Agreed so hard we lost the
Devil
ghost.
keeps cutting him out.
They don't want, they
We're gonna get
don't want
jumped
to get
soon.
the truth out there.
At this point,
Yeah,
the microphone actually
Andrade's
fell on the
the
floor.
winner. You guys are right. He
Dude.
put on a good showing.
Exactly, just brutal. Everything it should have been.
The dude's a
There,
specimen.
you could even throw Brody King in there.
I
was gonna say that whole
almost
match.
said Brody King, even though he lost. I almost said Brody King. Honestly,
That whole match was a wicked match, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was a good
absolutely.
one.
Like honestly, Brody King's one of those guys where just after that match, no matter who lost that, you came back looking so great.
Oh,
Don't worry.
there's just
Am
random
I
side
back?
piece.
I lost.
You're back, John. You're
I
back.
lost.
Go ahead,
I
caller.
didn't lose my mic this time. I lost the whole fucking the whole show.
You just lost
The
everything.
computer.
This is the end.
He's screaming of death.
This is the end.
Computer got up and walked away.
And look,
Yeah.
I just want to say this real quick. I know we'll probably never see it, but can you imagine Brody King and Gunther in a 60-minute Iron Man match?
I feel like that. I feel like they had to have wrestled. I have to
They
look
probably
that
in
up.
the Indies. I'm sure they cross
I have
paths.
to look that up
Me,
Yeah.
because
That'd
I'd
be
love to
balls.
see that.
Oh, I'd
But it'd be
love to
balls.
see those two fight.
I always tell people like I love that Gunther's so popular now because there's a whole fucking run of years worth of Walter matches taking on pretty much all of the top stars in pro wrestling today. Like it's fucking incredible. Like go backwards. Like
Dude's
you love
excellent.
you will ask yourself one day, like, what if fucking I wish we could see like Gunther versus Will Ospreay, and I'd be like, hold the fuck on, because
Hold
they
on.
had like 3 of the sickest goddamn matches you've ever seen. I love that. That's why I'm always rooting for him to be like the top guy. I want him to fucking pin Roman. Like I want Gunther to be the guy.
I've seen Gunther beat the dog shit out of CM Punk for a bit too. Just like
he should beat CM Punk. He should beat CM Punk, and Punk should get no offense back.
Yeah.
He should beat him and pin him faster than Moxley did.
Punishment for the last 10 years of everything he said.
Gunther should just go on a rampage and start stomping my.
He said, "I hate. You know what I hate the most? Promos. Pow! You and your 20-minute promos. He's beats the shit out of him.
Nobody cares.
This ring is sacred." But that's us, man. That's
Holy
our
shit.
that's our
GG's,
Jersey
boys.
Radio AEW Dynamite post-show rewind, which I'm very happy to say this is the first time we have been able to get one of these done in under an hour.
10 minutes later,
Proud
it's
of
still
you
going.
I'm proud of you
I'm proud of y'all. Thank you to AEW for such a streamlined episode of Dynamite.
Wait, John, I forgot to give my 13-minute soliloquy.
Ah, shit.
Wrestling to me,
He's fucking Max Landis now. Get this guy out of here.
AEW on Dynamite is 100%.
Next, like, let me go find my script where I put it.
This is why Chris Jericho was actually a benefit to every storyline that he's been in the last 3 years.
Well, you say this is long-term storytelling because when you look back at the first year of AEW,
Get out.
No, it's a callback to when they couldn't tell stories for shit, you see?
Oh my god, this is gonna go on forever.
all right. Well,
But,
hey, that's it for the
Where
recap
can
show.
we catch you guys? Because you got to plug your stuff.
John, you got to play the video again.
No.
Well, where can we catch you guys? Gary, where can we find you? Other social media, metaverse, universe,
Out there.
social for
Social first.
Digimon World.
Digital monsters. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness. But no, you guys can find me on Facebook and Spotify. Just type in Honor of the Elite. I'm right there. Big things going on in the new year. Very, very excited for it. But yeah, if you're just an AEW yuppie like me, there you go.
Yeah, this guy loves AEW.
AEW.
Hey, Dubba.
What about you, Richard? Where can we find you?
hey there, people. Richard, aka Vaping with Twisted 420. That is the name of my YouTube channel. It's where I like to do stuff where you can find vape reviews and some 420 reviews. Coming up this Friday, one of my sponsors is Cheech and Chong. We're going to be checking out their cruise.
Oh,
wait. Okay. So I am an avid fan of the herbal essence. I'll say, and when you say you're reviewing, no, I'm fucking bald.
I know.
So when you say you're reviewing 420, do we how does that actually work? Like, are we is it like a food review or how does that?
I don't know if you know about the 2018 farm hemp bill that passed, but there's something called THCA that you may not be familiar with, but anyone can get it in pretty much any state legally, and it's pretty much the real deal, and it's legal. Like, people say legalize it. It's pretty much been legal since 2018.
Ah, interesting. I've got to look this up. I don't know what this is. I don't
THCA. I can send you some links.
I remember I tried some of the CBD, and I was like, this is like
dark.
diet. This is like diet.
CBD is
I don't
nothing.
like this.
Anything Delta 9 and up, excellent.
Yeah,
I can show you the way, young Padawan.
Yeah,
I
gotta
can
talk
show
with
you the world.
I gotta talk with you more often about this thing.
John getting those links. Be like, John, put the video up.
John, where is StreamYard, John?
I got it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm feeling it.
That single-handedly saved that whole segment.
That's pretty much
Girl
us.
dancing at Woodstock.
That's us, man. We'll see you guys next week. We got the day off tomorrow. I am actually I forgot that Ring of Honor's on Friday. So,
before we close, I have an actual question.
You should
very important one.
What's that?
So, Richard, did you buy them?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
In the wreckage of my.
We're gonna talk to the wife after this. We'll see.
We're gonna miss out on sock puppet.
Saki the sock puppet.
Saki the sock puppet. Welcome.
Nice.
Sock puppet. Sock puppet.
And hey, thank you for joining us, all of you who watched this and who wanted Richard to go attend some wrestling.
That's a lot
Thank
of people.
you. We'll see you guys next time.
Join us for the podcast tomorrow morning.
Woo! Right. Thirsty Radio, baby. Yeah.